Hey everybody, welcome back. Billy, Gem City Welding. Another exciting video for you today. Today we're going to do an unboxing of some Harbor Freight goodies that I picked up recently. Got myself a new tool cabinet, needed one for a long time, and just some odds and ends and things we're going to use on the channel. So let me get this flipped around and we'll do an unboxing. Okay, so here we are. Got a nice little Harbor Freight parts haul here. This is not a sponsored video by any means or stretch of the imagination. This is just me getting some stuff that I've needed and wanted for a long time. So I needed a toolbox right off the get-go. The one I have is not very accessible and it's kind of an old school Craftsman, so I wanted one of these so I could have it to roll around the shop. I picked up all this stuff back during the Memorial Day sale and some of it just as recently as this week for the Father's Day sale. But so I've been holding some of the stuff back. Some of it you've already seen, like the press here that was in a previous video. I actually cheated a little bit and opened up one of the items I got from my tool cart because I needed a place to put my spray can on there when I do the dimple die stuff. But so I ended up going with the slate gray. These are really popular, and of course I bought it on sale, but they didn't have any in stock, so it was on back order, and I just picked it up today. Some of the other things I got is mostly just accessories to go with it. Like I said, the cup holder there, but I got the paper towel holder, spray can, and screwdriver holder. I've always needed a transfer punch set. Those were on sale, I couldn't pass them up. This was from the Memorial Day sale, 20 bucks, couldn't pass it up. The sandpaper. Let's see, what else do we got here? Picked up this guy, magnetic power and air tool holder for the box, as well as the socket set holders. Speed square, nice to have around. Of course, more welding tips. These you'll see in an upcoming future video, but they were on sale this week. That's why I went ahead and bought them. They're just 6-inch clamps. So again, you'll see those on an upcoming future project. But in a nutshell, the channel has grown significantly, and it's afforded me the opportunity to get stuff like this. So a lot of these parts were a long time coming, and I'm pretty excited to put some of them to use. So stick around. I'm going to do the unboxing and do the assembly and show everybody the finished product, and we'll talk about, the quality, putting this stuff together, and if it's something that you yourself should pick up. So let me get set up and I'll bring you back. Okay, so here's the parts all laid out. Packaging is pretty much what you would expect it to be. It's packaged really well, and I'm not seeing any damage to any of the parts, so that's a good sign. Gonna take a minute to remember all the layout of all these, because the drawers have these locks on them on left and right side, but you gotta have the top open to access these, which is cool. Nice little safety thing for when you're rolling it around. You don't want the drawers flying open. Caster wheels look pretty decent. They're actually, I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but they're pretty beefy. It says in the booklet of this thing that it supports, in case anybody's wondering. Let's see. Total combined weight capacity, evenly distributed from bottom up, 700 pounds. So that's pretty decent. That's quite a bit of tools. So it's gonna be a long assembly process, but I'll go ahead and put you guys on the time lapse and get this thing assembled, and probably try to set up some of the stuff for it and final thoughts. So here we go. there it is in a nutshell. I didn't record every single little thing because, let's be honest, it's pretty repetitive stuff. It's just nuts and bolts. So if you tend to get frustrated doing this kind of stuff, just remember that it's just nuts and bolts. Instructions, pretty straightforward. Really can't mess this up. The only thing that could possibly be an issue are the uprights. You need to be careful which is the top and which is the bottom. Make sure you read the instructions on that. Explains it pretty good. Assembly went together really well. No complaints there. Quality is, pretty decent for the price point. I got this on sale on Memorial Day, but they have it on sale a couple times a year. It was $1.99, so you really can't beat it. Normally, I think they're $2.89, so it's about $100 off. The only real complaint I had out of the whole entire thing was where the casters bolt to the bottom. Some of the holes were like enlarged too much for the bolt, so it's basically like I think you would call it a shoulder bolt, where it's round on top and then it has like the square that slides into the hole and then that grabs the hole. Some of these were the holes were too large, and then on a couple of them they were actually almost too small. So that's my only real complaints about the whole thing. Assembly was about an hour, so not too bad. So I'm going to open up some of the things I got for it, some of the attachments, and we'll go over those things together. If you're curious about some of these things, do you have to have all this stuff for this card? No, you don't, obviously. So yeah, like I was saying, you don't have to have all these things for this card, but it is pretty nice. Like in a small garage like I have here at home, there's nothing worse than trying to look for a tool for 20 minutes. So having something like this will help out dramatically, keeping stuff together. So that's pretty slick. That'll hold your drills. Basically, it'd be like stuff like this, impact drivers. So that makes that pretty nice. Got some spacers here. Let's see, spacers. Not really showing what these are for. Looks like there's some sort of spacer, but anyways, comes with those. This would be the magnetic power air tool holder. That's number one. Like I said in the earlier video, I ended up using the magnetic cup holder for my press that I bought, because I use oil when using the dimple dies. So this would be paper towel holder. It's, pretty straightforward there. Let's see here. Got a roll of paper towels for this. Point the camera down, that way you guys can see. That's there, but you get the idea. That's pretty cool. Gets that stuff out of the way. Price point for a lot of this stuff is under 20 bucks a piece. Some of them was cheap as $10 a piece. So just keep that in mind. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here's the gist of it. This is pretty much everything I picked up past couple days for it. First thing right off the bat, this thing is absolutely amazing. Plenty of storage. These make it really nice. These attachments here with paper towels. One thing to note is that with having this lip like this over here, the door doesn't want to fully close all the way. So this is actually designed for a cabinet like that doesn't have a top, but it works the same here. And of course, we can modify this thing and make it fit just right if we really wanted to. Something else I picked up was these AS metric and standard socket holders. Of course, nothing's configured, exactly how it's going to be. Right now, it's just kind of everything's laying in there. Pry bars, always need pry bars. for all kinds of things. So I picked up a few sets of those. Something to note, this cabinet did come with 4 keys total for the locking mechanism. So that's really nice. Now I made the mistake of buying these edge protectors, the black. I actually bought a kit over there, not knowing that it already had it on this cart. So if you buy the slate gray, just keep that in mind, it has it. The other colors might too, I'm not really sure. Maybe that's just to retrofit the older cabinets. But these have a nice locking mechanism that keeps the drawers from coming open without unlocking it first. So you can hear it double click on the lock. And then on the left side, the lock is on the left side of the drawer. Same concept. Really nice quality. I like the color. It's pretty much everything I need here in the garage. So I want to spend some time coming up pretty soon getting this thing organized, and of course keep everybody updated on how that goes. Oh, one other attachment that I almost forgot about. Spray paint can, a holder, or it could be for whatever. You don't have to have that. It was just, I thought it was cool. It's one of those things, so I'll put it to use. So yeah, that's going to be it for the tool cart review. All right, so that's just going to about wrap it up for the U.S. General Harbor Freight Toolbox review. Final thoughts: should you get one of these? Absolutely. It's a lot of bang for the buck. So yeah, if you know somebody who's a automotive student or something like that, or somebody that just needs to update their tooling, this would be an awesome gift, especially for Father's Day coming up. But anyways, so and then the last thing I wanted to say is to all of you who stuck around and supported the channel and continue to watch and sit through all the commercials, the endless commercials and all that stuff, I appreciate you very much. It's viewers like you who help me out and supporting me that allow me to get things like this, and therefore I can make my Impala project better in the long run, and I can produce better quality content, not looking for tools all the time. So thank you again for your support. I really appreciate it. And then there's so we're coming up on a year for the channel pretty soon. So stick around for a video talking about that. And then I have a very big announcement coming very soon. I can't really say too much now, but look for that probably early July. So pretty exciting news for me, pretty exciting news for the channel. So stay tuned for that. But again, thank you very much to everyone that watches and supports me. Please like, share, subscribe, show everybody, tell everybody what we're doing here. And if you have questions about what you've seen today, please feel free to hit me up and I'll do the very best I can. And until next time, take care. God bless.